Lights might get the most names thrown at them, such as rats, pests, flies, useless, annoying solo players who can't play with the team, and so many more. They are the thorn in the side of so many players, and I want to break down how to counter them no matter what class you're playing, and then discuss their strengths and their weaknesses, and learn how to squash those pesky bugs known as light. If you're a light main, please don't hate me. I also love playing light myself. Now, before we get into it, please share your tips on how to deal with lights in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more content on the finals. Let's start with one of the main features the light has, movement. With a dash and grapple, they can also get around very fast. With the cloaking device and the vanishing bomb, they can also approach from weird angles and move in places unexpected. They can fit into tight spaces, and they can get around the map in general much faster than anybody else. If you are a light facing a light, chasing is actually a viable tactic, especially if you're running mobility in your specialization. However, the stun gun can put an end to their movement and make them extremely easy to take out. Without their mobility, lights are as good as dead. Thermal vision can also help you in spotting lights before they get to you, especially if you're at a high ground. The legibility of the map becomes much clearer. You can approach things from a much smarter angle.
Yeah, I'm flanking right now.
Yeah. One top. You got your old.
One's one, I hit him with a nuke.
I'm getting your defense. Oh, that's actually tragic.
Oh, you're just better. You're just better.
Let him cook.
You can also use motion sensors to catch enemies as they approach you. For finding lights, this can help you track their movement and avoid them flanking you completely. For medium, the recon senses and guardian turret are actually solid choices for this. Guardian turret will track them perfectly, so it can damage them quite well with all their movement. However, the recon senses is a hard counter. You can track the light through walls and never get caught off guard by them. Keep in mind, if they are cloaked, you will only track them if they're behind a wall. Any of the traps can be used to either kill or damage the light so much that you're essentially putting them out of the fight. Glitch trap can also remove their gadgets, but admittedly it might be better to just kill them with a trap. Tracking dart, a very underused gadget, but can do wonders at dealing with lights. If you tag one, you can make them unable to sneak up or surprise any of your teammates, essentially putting them out of the fight for 15 seconds. The sonar grenade can also detect the lights that are cloaked, making them easier to track. If you're playing heavy, it's important to anticipate the light at almost all times. Keep in mind the ways that they can approach you and escape from you. The mesh shield can certainly help you to avoid the damage from the lights sometimes, but often it just makes you a slow target that the light can end up just flanking and shut you down. What I find works best is the goo gun. You can shoot goo at the light in order to stop their movement, keeping them in place and making them very vulnerable for you and your team to just melt them. You can also use mines the same way a medium can. The pyro and explosive mines are great for this. However, the C4 on a red barrel nuke combo is extremely effective for deleting lights. I recommend only using one of the C4s, as adding too many will actually slow down the momentum of the nuke. The RPG can deal 140 damage. This is great for making lights just a one shot or finishing off a light that has low HP. Barricades and domes can provide you with an area to defend from. Don't get me wrong, the light can deal with these with a glitch grenade, but in the moment it can stall the light from engaging and potentially provide an opportunity to fight back and kill them first. Now, the part of the lights kit that frustrates most players who really hate light is the stun gun, a gadget that slows you, prevents gadget use, and prevents aim down sight. The main tip I have here is to position yourself with your team. As someone who plays every role, I'm on light and I am just hunting people down. I love looking for people who are isolated from their teammates and killing them, so make sure you're sticking with your teammates. As a light facing a light, typically stunning them is the way to win those engagements, but being able to get the first shot on a light can be hard. Finishing bomb or cloak lets you approach from stealth, making it easier to land the stun first. If you have range as a light, playing at a further distance than the enemy can obviously help avoid the stun as well. Now, a lot of the tips that I explained for mediums still apply here, but the main takeaway is the position accordingly. Either position for long range fights or very close up fights where you'll be hip firing anyways. You should win these fights versus lights most of the time. The mesh shield is a great option as a heavy for blocking the stun. If you know where the light is coming from, the mesh can help prevent that stun. Throwing a dome can also force the light into your space for them to land a stun, which could cost them their life. Lastly, for dealing with snipers, typically you want to keep them in mind and use cover accordingly, no matter what class you are. For melee and shotgun lights, a lot of movement counters also apply here. Preventing their movement and preventing positions that they can hold from will always help your team. Make sure that you're positioning near your team so that if one of these close range lights do get close to you, if they do kill you, typically your teammates will trade it out. And finally, of course, you won't win every engagement, but hopefully with the knowledge gained here, you can apply tactics to make these engagements easier for yourself. Be sure to test out gadgets you may have never touched before and learn every aspect of the game if you can. Playing the light class itself can also give you a good perspective on how the class works and how to defeat them. Now get out and squash some bugs, and I will see you in the finals.
Yeah, the Jessic bad. He's gotta be. Oh, they are taking hard as fuck. No, what I get another one.
Yo, check me out. Check me out, bro.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Look at where I am.
What the fuck? Wait, I'm not even gonna get to see it.
I'm on the UFO, bro.
What the fuck? How'd you get up there?